everyone, I've got for you my best of 2013 review of all beauty products that I've just went out and picked as my favourite products of the whole of the year. Now I know I haven't actually done a favourites video since the spring, I think. I just kind of fizzled out doing them. I wasn't finding enough things, I didn't think every month, that I just absolutely loved where I wanted to tell you about it. So yeah, I'm going to do intermittent favourites throughout the year, but this is my actual favourites of the whole year that really have stood out was. I'll start with Perfumes, that's kind of one out on its own, and my favourite of the whole year has been Daisy Oh So Fresh by Marc Jacobs. I will always love my Lady Million, that's my number one, but for this year I specifically have loved trying this. Bearing in mind this is a 75ml bottle and I've got about 20 perfumes. That's how much I've used up with it in the space of a year, which to me I think that's pretty good going and shows that I really liked it. I love the packaging, the lid is just so pretty and the smell of it is amazing. I'll put the notes along here, but it smells like a Palm Violet sweet to me. I don't even like Palm Violets, but it smells so light and just a lighter version of Daisy. I'm not really the biggest fan of the normal original Daisy, but this to me is just so sweet and light and lovely, and yeah, just my favourite perfume, and I wear it all year round, summer, winter, whenever. It's just my absolute favourite at the minute. I'll go through makeup first and I'll start with my favourite base products, and there's a lot of things I don't actually have with me at the minute, so one of my favourites is the Professional Primer by Benefit, which I've actually run out of, so yeah, that is also a favourite, but these two are my favourites. And BB creams for me this year were amazing. BB creams, it was the year of the BB creams, just because of the lightweight appearance that they give. So one of them is the Dr. Jart Water Fused BB Beauty Balm, which as it's called, yeah, Beauty Balm. Yeah, I really like this one. It comes out like kind of brownie colour. It's one colour fits all, so I was really worried, but this is fine for me and I'm really light skinned, so maybe it actually does fit all for once. It's got SPF 25, which is really good for the summer, and it's like the most lightweight foundation thing I kind of own. It's actually lighter than this one, which is Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream, but to me this is my ultimate favourite base of the year. For day-to-day use, this is just amazing. I tend not to use a full foundation anymore. Like now, this is what I'm wearing, and generally you can't really detect that you're wearing anything. And when it fades throughout the day, it kind of fades really naturally, rather than like I find a lot of foundations, it kind of go patchy around your chin and your forehead and things, but you can see the patchiness and where it's like flaked. This just does not do that at all, just kind of looks like normal until it just disappears at the end of the day basically. But yeah, to me this is just really nice if you're having like a good skin day or you just want a light coverage. It's really good. I'm not really bothered about all the claims that these BB creams make about doing things for your skin. I just really like them for that coverage, and both of these are really nice. For concealer, I could see the Collection 2001, but everybody says that one, so I'm going to go with Erase Paste by Benefit, which I will discover this year, and I love this from under my eyes. You need the tiniest amount, which is why there's still so much left in there. A tiny bit goes a long way, and it's basically really good and nice pink salmon colour for under your eyes. I don't really get dark circles, which I'm quite lucky with, but I find that just like perfect to makeup if you're doing like a really nice flawless base, not with the BB creams, but with like a normal foundation for like a night out or something. I just find I can do like a lovely smoky eye and just perfect under, like brighten all the under eye area with this, and it just works a treat. And yeah, it's just my favourite concealer for under the eyes. My favourite brow product of the year by miles has been the Glimmer Stick Brow Definer by Avon in the colour Blonde. It's just this pencil, and then you twist it up, it's twist your pencil, and out comes the product. I just find it really convenient that it's twist up, so you don't have to sharpen away half the product when you sharpen it, because you don't need to sharpen it. I find it's just the perfect colour. The colour match for blonde brow products is really hard to find. I know you can do like eyeshadows, like powder eyeshadows, they're like fine, but for when you want something just quick, you really find it hard to find a pencil that hasn't got any red or darker tones in it, and to me this is just perfect one. Of course, right now I haven't even touched my brows this morning, which is absolutely gross, but yeah, normally I will pencil my eyebrows in with this, and it's my favourite ever. So I suppose that leads us nicely onto eye products. I'll start with mascara, and I think this is possibly the same one as last year, but my favourite of the year has been the Avon Super Shock. There's others that I like better. The Benefit, they're real, but that has actually run out and probably will be in my empties this month. and yeah, I love that one. And the Bourjois Volumizer, but I haven't even used that this year. I've never had it this year, but that is my all-time favourite. But this year, of what I've used, this is my favourite, and yeah, it's just amazing. It's got this huge plastic bristly brush, and I just find that with one coat of this, it just instantly gives you massive eyelashes. You don't even have to work that hard to get lots of length and volume. It just does all the work for you, and it's really easy to take off the end day, but doesn't smudge at all under my eyes or anything. It holds a curl really nice, and to me, I've had about 6 or 7 or 8 countless tubes of this, and yeah, I'll always have one in my stash because it's just the best mascara that I've ever used. I have 2 eyeliners. I've got the Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner, which is looking a little bit worse for wear. This is basically identical to the Avon Super Shot one. That is probably my last favourite. The difference being this is easily accessible and is probably slightly cheaper, so it's just easier for me to buy this one. It does the exactly same thing. It's so creamy and black. It like stays in the waterline, doesn't smudge everywhere, but it's really soft, so if you do want to smudge it when you first apply it, you can, but then it sets. Comes off really easy at the end of the day though, and yeah, it's just all around pretty much. I couldn't think of anything more I would want from a kohl liner. And my favourite liquid liner is the L'Oreal Super Liner Black Lacquer. I thought they discontinued the Carbon Gloss, but this is basically the same one. They do a few different ones in these style of tubes, but this one is definitely the blackest. It's really black and shiny when it goes on, and it's got this really easy nib to use. That's the best part about it, I think. The nib, I don't know if you'll see, but it just looks like any old nib, but it's really flexible, so I find it really easy to like get a nice shape on the top of my eye, which normally I can't use liquid eyeliner. The Collection 2001, I literally couldn't do it. It was just horrendously bad. So yeah, if you think you can't do liquid eyeliner, give this one a go because it's really black as well. I wouldn't use anything else. The Maybelline Colour Tattoos were my favourite eyeshadow of the year. Just this colour though, which was On and On Bronze. Everybody loves these. I just used a little bit on a brush on my finger, and a lot of the time I would just use this on its own, and it would just give a lovely bronzy wash across the lid. Really nice, stay on all day, perfect cream eyeshadow. And for standard normal eyeshadows, my favourite has been the NARS Kalahari Duo, which looks like this. It's got the more goldeny toned one and the more taupey toned one, which are both basically browns, but together or on their own separately or over the Maybelline one. This gives a really nice look. That's how I use it nearly all the time. The Maybelline underneath, and then the golden one over the lid, and the taupey one like kind of through the crease. And yeah, I just think these are gorgeous. NARS eyeshadows are something to be rivaled. You can't beat them, you just can't. And yeah, I really want to try some more this year because this duo has been my favourite eyeshadows of the year, ahead of any Urban Decay. These were my favourite 2 eyeshadows. And my other favourite single eyeshadow on its own would definitely be All That Glitters from MAC, which you can tell because I've seriously hit pan on there. So yeah, this is my favourite neutral all over the eye kind of colour for just days when you want a sweep of black liner and this on your eye. It's just lovely, nice champagne-y colour, but not too white and frosty. It's just a nice kind of warm champagne. So yeah, love that colour to bits, and I think I'm probably going to use it up pretty soon. I don't have a blush this year just because blush really isn't something I'm passionate about. I just kind of use the same few and there's nothing really special about any of them, but bronzer is something that I'm more specific about. I love the Chanel Soleil Tan Chanel. I know there's a lot of controversial topics. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't understand how to use it, but to me there's no two ways about it. It is pretty much awesome. It looks quite orange there, but using it on the brush that I'm going to mention, it's just awesome, and it just creates a really nice contour and really bronzes up, warms your face. I just use it, just get a little brush and put it in the contours of my cheeks and on the sides of my forehead, a little bit under my chin, and yeah, that's it. And then I only use other bronzer on top, so it's just kind of like a bronzing base. Yeah, absolutely love it. Wouldn't be without that now. And my other new holy grail bronzer is the NARS Laguna bronzer. Who knew I would end up loving this, because everybody and the cat loves this. I've kind of killed it now. But to bear in mind, I've only had this since like May, and that's how far down I've got on such a big pan. I must love it. I use this as well for the same reasons and the same ways I use the Chanel on the outside of my face and down my neck. It just really warms up your complexion and just makes you look a bit more alive, especially around this time. If I used a bit of this now, I would instantly look a bit more well than I do now. So yeah, this is just awesome, and I will definitely never be without this now. I've got a few lip products before I go on to a bit of skincare. The Rimmel Colour Rush Bombs, the little crayons from Rimmel, are my favourite of all the crayons that have came out recently. They're really soft, really glossy. I feel like the Revlon ones are more of a stain. These don't stain in that way, but they're very soft, just like a really creamy lipstick, and give a really nice glossy look, and the smell unbelievable as well. I've got the colour called Give Me a Cuddle, but I really want to try some more because yeah, I really love how this looks on the lips. And my number one favourite lipstick of the year by miles has to be the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine in Fuchsia in Rage, which is number 19. I must have shown this before at some point, but it's just this beautiful purple lipstick. It looks absolutely crazy there, but on it's so pretty. I'll put it on now to show you. The camera does not do this lipstick justice, but as you can kind of see, it's not shown as bright as it is in real life, but it's just a lovely plum colour, and it's just a really nice different lip colour. I don't own anything that looks like this on, and it's so light on the lips. Unless you've tried a lipstick like the YSL or Dior ones, you don't I can't explain how light they feel. Like, they don't feel thick at all, and they're just really soft and smooth, and it's just the best lipstick I've ever owned. Now I've got a few tools to mention. The first is my Tweezerman tweezers, which are these leopard print ones, which I really like. These are amazing. Unless you've ever tried expensive tweezers, it's hard to describe. Like I was saying about the lipstick, it's hard to describe how these are any better than your average tweezers, but they're just so much sharper, like seriously could do some damage. But if you're careful with them, they get really into where you want them. They do the job 10 times quicker and less painful than your standard blunt tweezer. And yeah, I just find I can always get really precise and get the right hairs I want around my eyebrows with this. Yeah, and I again wouldn't be without them, as I've said with a million things in this video. Another thing I wouldn't be without is these two brushes. The first is the contour brush. They're both from Real Techniques by Sam Chapman. The contour brush is this little one, which is what I use in the contours, surprisingly, with my Chanel and with my NARS bronzers. I just find it does the perfect job. I love its little domed shape, so if I just swoop it in the Chanel like that, and it just gets it on the end, and then it blends with the edges, which is just really nice shape to it. And yeah, I love the Real Techniques brushes. They're so soft as well. And my favourite foundation brush is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is just this, they're all very dirty because of course I love them and use them all the time, but yeah, it's just this lovely soft, densely packed buffing brush. Squirt my foundation on the top, and it just buffs it in within seconds. So quick and easy to get a perfect flawless look, no streaks at all. Yeah, Real Techniques brushes, amazing. I've only got one thing with this for hair, because at the minute I haven't been doing a lot with my hair, but all-time favourite, if you can guess, Batiste Tropical Dry Shampoo. I could not live without this stuff, hands down. Favourite hair product ever that I just can't live without. I've loved other shampoos like the Aussie Awesome Volume, they're all-time favourites. They're my favourite shampoos. And the new Dove Intense Repair, love them shampoo and conditioners, but this is just amazing. I'm trying out a few new hair products that I've got in the post that I'm hoping to find new favourites. But yeah, this, awesome. My favourite body wash of the year is definitely the Dove ones, the Nourishing ones. This is the Silk Glow. I haven't opened this one yet, but I've used quite a few of these. They leave your skin feeling so smooth, not greasy or oily at all, just soft, and that just feels so luxurious considering they're a drugstore product. They don't feel it at all, and they smell really nice and luxurious. Just everything about the Dove body washes is awesome. My favourite body moisturiser is the Parmaz Cocoa Butter. Really oldie but a goodie. This is upside down in it because I'm trying to squeeze it all out. But yeah, it's so thick and creamy that you can literally moisturise the driest of skins with this. I've used it on holiday when I've had sunburn, and it just really nourishes. I use this ahead of any after sun because even if they are cooling, this definitely moisturises more than anything like that I've ever used. I find it helps keep up a tan when you've got a tan from holiday. And just generally, any dry skin just is gone with this. So yeah, it is the ultimate in thick body moisturisers that are going to do their job. And keeping on the theme of Parmas, my favourite tan of the whole year is the Parmas Natural Bronze Body Lotion. It is a gradual tanner, but I feel like after only 2 nights worth of use, this just gives me the perfect colour, and it's the least fussy tan I've ever used. It comes out as a white lotion, and I still use a tanning mitt and just buff it in all over my body, and literally it's practically impossible to get streaks with this. I've never had any streaks off it, and I just put that on and then straight away put pyjamas or a onesie on or something. It doesn't transfer on any of your sheets because it comes out white. And yeah, it does smell a little bit of tan after you've used it, but when you first put it on, it just smells like Parma's cocoa butter. And yeah, next day you do smell a little bit of tan, but it's nowhere near as strong as like San Moritz or something like that. It doesn't dry your skin out because it's obviously with the cocoa butter in it as well. It's really moisturising. So a lot of the time I don't even use a moisturiser before. I just use this because it's moisturising in itself. Yeah, it's just, to me, the perfect tan. It fades really naturally. I've had it on recently and it's just fading on its own. It's not going patchy, like, or horrible. It doesn't cling to dry skin as much or anything. It's just the best tan I've ever used. I don't really have any facial skincare bits with me because my favourites are gone. I've used up my Glam Glow mask, which is my favourite mask ever, which I'll include it here saying it's my favourite mask, but I don't have it with us. And the Alpha H Liquid Gold, that is my favourite treatment for my skin ever. I'm going to order some more of that tonight. It just eats away all the dead particles. It's like an exfoliating toner type thing, and you just leave it on overnight and you wake up and your skin just looks 10 times better. Another product that you can't describe unless you've actually tried it. It's just awesome. So I've got a few little bits to talk about because nothing else has really blown us away this year. The Origins Ginseng Eye Cream is my all-time favourite daytime eye cream. It just makes you look so much more awake. Not that it's worked very well today because I look ghastly, but yeah, this really works at depuffing your eyes, and I love the salmony colour of it that makes you look bright. It instantly brightens up this area and reflects the light. Really, really nice, and also moisturising too. And my favourite lip moisturiser of the year, apart from Elizabeth Arden Hour Cream, which again I don't have anymore, is the Nivea Lip Butter in Caramel Cream. This is my bedtime lip cream. Like, I keep it beside my bed. I've hit the pan on it. It smells amazing. I must have smelled this about 10 times in videos. It's just so nice. Really, really, it just smells like a caramel shortcake. But yeah, it's just really, really smooth and softening. I know it's got mineral oil in, I know this, but it just feels really soft, and it just prevents my lips from drying out through the night, which they would do if I didn't have anything on. It's really silky and very nice. So yeah, I would recommend giving that a go. And that is my 2013 beauty favourites. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've made one of these videos or a blog post or anything, or want to leave a comment, tell me what your favourites are, please leave that below. I would love to hear and get some recommendations for what I could try this year. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!